You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. How you kids doing? Kind of interesting question. Aaron, hope you're well, I guess. From the title, you probably assume this question is about the student loan crisis in the sense of it being a bubble. However, I saw you have already done numerous videos through the years, so there's no point in beating a dead horse. Rather, my question concerning the student loan crisis is somewhat different. Essentially, everyone and their mother knows that this is a problem, but very little is being done about it. This may be conspiratorial, but I had a conversation with a friend of mine who proposed a fairly convincing argument that the only explanation for why it is being allowed to continue is due to the entrenched interests around it that allow it to persist. My questions of concerns the nature of it. That is to say, do you think the student loan crisis is a function of some conspiracy of the government, colleges, and companies whereby companies lobby the government to grant these loans to kids so they can be so burdened with debt in the early stages of their career? Excuse me. Particularly in their early to mid-20s, which is the most likely time a person would start a business, as both it means to deter future competitors who are so burdened with debt that they couldn't possibly take a risk like that, but on the other side of the coin, forced to take jobs that they don't want but companies need done, but no one who has actual freedom and no obligations would take. It's obvious how government and the colleges benefits. The government makes money off the loans and in the long run benefits by having more people in college who will potentially, though not always, be paid more statistically than those with a high school degree or less through payroll taxes. Furthermore, colleges benefits as they are the receivers of these loans from the government, which are ostensibly blank checks, and they can use it as an excuse to artificially raise their prices on students and make more money off of them. Or do you think this is just an issue of perverse incentives that arose through no kind of conspiracy? That's really more, I'd kind of go through there, but now some people are consciously capitalizing on it. Or is this just another story of the best intentions, as it usually turns out to be the cases like this? I'm asking this question because I was having this discussion with a female friend of mine who proposed the former. I formed it unlikely. It was a compelling argument and difficult to refute. What are your thoughts? All right. Here's the old captain's thoughts. It was good intentions gone awry, but now, and sometimes this happens naturally, now a fair amount of people, not all of them, a fair amount of people in government, academia, certainly academia, and corporate America are consciously doing this. And the reason I say some is because, there's 320 million people here, 180 million adults. Not everybody, you're going to have both people. Some people have the best intentions. You can have some hippy-dippy professor who's a communist and actually does care about his or her students. You could have an opportunistic professor who has a worthless doctorate, particularly let's take African American history or African American studies degree, and have no problem screwing their students over so that they could keep a job because they know they're not going to work anywhere else. So I think there's both people, both conscious evil and ignorant, well-intended, but stupid, that are playing the role. But it originally started out as good intentions, as is most government programs. And that's essentially what today's education system is a government program. Because back in the day it was true. Back in the day when not everyone went to college, it wasn't high school 2.0, and you actually had to, they wouldn't just accept anybody with a pulse. It was true that going to college would result in better employment opportunities, higher income, lifetime earnings. But as you know, when everybody is forced to go to college, you flood the market, and now a college degree is no better than a high school diploma. It's the modern day high school diploma. And you could kind of see it in the quality and the caliber of academia as it just tanked from the 1940s to today. That there are people who are consciously and knowingly capitalizing on this. So it's not necessarily conspiratorial. It's not like they all got together and conspired. But this opportunity presented itself. It manifested itself, this juggernaut of college education, higher education. And it's kind of like a gold rush. People we can make money if we go in on this. So who are the people that are guilty? Or where I actually think they're consciously evil? One, absolutely professors and deans and staff. Absolutely. I'd say 80% of them damn well know what they're doing. They keep jacking up tuition on you kids, and you kids are dumb enough to pay for it. Meanwhile, you got a new sports facility in a new building. You don't really have any professors or teachers anyone teaching anything, and they come up with the craptastically worthless degrees ever. Social justice warrior, degrees based on your gender or your skin color, What a fucking waste of your time. And the true victims there are the people who go and piss away their money on this. All right. The second group of people that know exactly what the conscious evil, I say there's an increasing number of corporate employers. I wouldn't necessarily they're to the point they're going to lobby for it, but I was listening to DT at blackbrigade.org. He was talking about how when he went to work at this one company, anytime a new hire fresh out of college would go and get a car loan because they got a job and they would say, we got him. So that is proof that there are some people out there that know that if you go and get debt, if you get a McMansion, if you get a car that you could barely afford, you got credit card debt, not only does that make banks money because now you're paying thrice the price in interest to these banks than what you would pay for whatever purchases you want with cash. Then you're also a wage slave. They got you by the balls. And you start living paycheck to paycheck. Now I was visiting a guy. And he was telling me about his neighbors and how all these people, wifey poo needs this and wifey poo needs that. And I think especially now, I would have to estimate about 50% of corporate people know that if you're in debt, then not only does the financial industry make money, but then you're a much more subservient, subdued, and obedient little sheep. You will be their bitch. And even 20 years ago when I was working, it was that sadistic mentality. These people, it's not that you're doing a wage or it's enough that you're providing labor or services, skilled labor or services. No, they want you to suffer. They want to play fucking mind games. These are fucking evil people. So they just didn't know that I didn't have debt. So I do believe more and more of corporate America is waking up to the fact that they got you by the balls, that they want you to be debt-ridden. They want you to have the credit card. They want you to have the car loan. They want you to have the McMansion. And they want those girls watching HGTV. So then when they come back to Husby Poo and they say, I want new countertops. I saw Joshua and Jason. I want a new house. And you're all enslaved. You're all enslaved. So I think, yes, absolutely, there's some of them there. I don't think they've gone to the extent of lobbying, saying, yeah, expand the Pell Grant loan. Going back to how academia is completely conscious of this. When you get some of these schools called Pell Grant sponges, they knew. These fly-by-night for-profit schools, they ended up getting shut down by Obama. Let's give him credit there. But I also think there are about half of corporate America, at least the management, damn well knows that they want you guys to go into debt, and that way you are enslaved, and that makes you good little obedient employees. So the government, I think the government is ironically the least. I know the Democrats are just trying to pad the money of academia who votes for them. I know they're that's just bribe money. Government, specifically the Democrat Party, wants college is an indoctrination facility. That's why you have all this Orwellian 1984 nightmare bullshit where it's not freshman orientation, it's freshman brainwashing. And I'm such an independent thinking person. It's like, no, you're not. You swallow it whole. You're just programmable sheep. It's disgusting. But that is conspiratorial, but not necessarily related to debt. Now, the Democrats, the government would like it. Yeah, sure, okay. Go into debt. Then you need government more. But again, I don't think they've thought that consciously. I think the Democrats just, hey, this is a place that we can brainwash future Democrat voters, and we can vilify whites and Republicans and people with peni. But again, I don't think the government. Yeah, they get a little bit of interest income, but not if people aren't paying it back. Because the millennials aren't. So that's I think it's just vote getting is really, and the government doesn't care. They'll just print off more money, which they do. And then finally, it's not conspiratorial. Like I said, I don't think the government, corporations, and academians are getting together and say, okay, how can we indebt the youth so that they're our bitch for the next 2 decades, and they slave away at low wage doing jobs we don't want and paying interest on their debts. I don't think it's, like I said, I think this formed naturally, and people are just naturally capitalizing on this juggernaut of college and higher education. But none of this would be possible None of it would be possible without what I call the college experience, or selling the college experience. The amount of propaganda that goes into nowadays, I wouldn't say helping kids, but I would say today lying to kids about how they have to go to college and the importance of a college education. In part because, again, the K through 12 people want to help out their higher education brothers and sisters by sending them more sheep and more money. But if you look at kids today, think about Gen Y, think about your average high school, what do they got? What does this country or Western civilization offer them? What does it offer them? Nothing. It offers them absolutely nothing. These kids are stuck in a prison for 13 years, starting at 5 years old, and they can't wait to get out until they're 18. And the only thing they can look at, the only thing they can look forward to is college. Because that's all that's been told. It's like, here you're this poor Jew in Auschwitz, and you're looking at the sunset. All you got to do is look at that sunset, and you can't wait, and you're going to go to that sunset. Well, little do you know that, the Germans, let's say sunrise, you like the sunrise. I can't wait to go that way. Well, you're going east, and that's where the Russians are, and they're not really happy. But that's all you have in life. So it's just like escape, escape, escape. And you don't care where you escape to. So you are sold, heavily propagandized on college as this land of Canaan, this promised land, this nirvana, this heaven, which I was, which everybody was, I think. If you were from the late 80s on, college was sold as just this wonderful place where everything finally was. There was a meritocracy and the smart people were. No. K through 12, they're brainwashing you, and they're also crippling your mind and keeping you a prisoner so that anything looks better. And that's all you have in life. And so what really is sad is, it says that's all you have in life. You don't think military, you don't think, I'll just go work, you don't think trade school. Everyone just piles into college. Since that's all you have in life, you will pay anything for it. It's very akin, I wrote an article about the economic nature of college is identical to that of weddings, where girls are just conditioned, probably less so today, it's her day. It's her day. Well, it's her day, so what do? They borrow a fuck ton of money. If not, they get their parents to pay 40, 50, 100 grand on one fucking day. One fucking day. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. About love. Elope. Fucking elope. Grab your best friend, grab the best girl. Vegas, everybody, let's go. Get married by Elvis. That's what you should do. But college is like, this is it. It's our freedom. And these kids have had nothing, so you're damn right they're going to go party. This is why they want the college experience, but not a college education. And so that nothing elseness, that's their only thing in life, makes them the perfect marks and suckers and sheep and lemmings for governments, employers, and colleges and institutions to take advantage. So it's not even conspiratorial when they're just splaying themselves out in front of you, being willingly to be taken advantage of. Another kind of real interesting thing is, there's a hashtag on Twitter, Women with Degrees, I think it was, and all it was these girls taking pictures with them in their degrees and graduating. I think it was last year around May when everyone was graduating. And when you read it, like, I got my degree in philosophy, I got my degree in this, I got my degree in criminal justice, off to law school. It's like, no. And they're euphoric, they're excited, because that's all there was in their, that's all they have. That's it. And so now I'm going to go to grad school. It's like, no. You're like, save yourself. It's too late, because what else do you have? What else have we really shown the youth of America, their educational options, or just their future life options? They don't have anything else. They don't have anything else. I mean, they do have other options, but they have been so thoroughly indoctrinated and put the horse blinders on. The only thing that gives them value in life is college. This is why when you insult people, it's not an insult. You just forget insult. You actually care about people, and you want to make sure that they don't major in something stupid and they have a better, they don't get financially crippled. It's one of the biggest insults you can give them, because you're criticizing the only thing they have in life. The only thing. College. So, none of this would be possible if young people today, our highest, most intelligent people ever, actually were critical thinkers and did a simple cost. Look, if everybody read Worthless before they graduated from high school, you would not have this fuel to allow this scam, this multi-trillion-dollar scam being perpetrated upon our youth today. It wouldn't happen. They'd be inoculated against it. But you could go, and I've seen it, like, here's this book, you should read this book. Because the almost total religion and belief in college is so strong, no logic or reason will get into those kids. So with this willing group of victims, here's the knife, Aztec guy, cut out my heart and sacrificed me to the college gods. I've never seen a more willing group of people ever to be screwed over in my life. And so without that, such willing victims, I don't think these people would be able to capitalize on it. But as I said, I don't think some people got together back in the day, like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get together and we're going to indet and enslave. I think it was such a trend to begin with, and now the kids today in K through 12, they have nothing else in life, that they're very easy to take advantage of. And an increasing percentage of government, certainly academia, and certainly corporate America, they now know to get you guys to take on debt. And when we could say it stopped, it doesn't. I mean, corporations then, hey, you got to get this car for $6,000 down and $899 a month. You can get this Cadillac Escalade, and then you'll be pimping. And then there's Bruno Mars driving down Vegas, and you guys go, well, I want to be like that. Yeah, well, have a voice like Bruno Mars and have the incredible singing talent he does and musical ability, then you'll be a millionaire. But don't go borrow money so you can drive a fucking convertible that you can't afford. Dude, you know what you can do? You can go anywhere and do this. Anywhere. I could go back up north to Utah. I could go south to Arizona. You can do it for free. You don't need a car to do that. If in the video, I saw a video by Bruno. One, because I was like forced and the TV was right there. I'm like trying to talk to people. They're driving down Vegas. The Vegas Strip is like, where is it? It's north of here. You just walk down there and you look normal because people are weirdos on the Strip, and then you get the same effect. And you won't be crippled financially in debt. All right, that's it. So I don't think it's consciously conspiratorial, but it's awakening. It's starting to get an artificial intelligence. It's starting to come the Borg is starting to awaken to this, and they definitely are taking tangible, conscious moves to take advantage of you young kids out there. I know you guys don't like the old captain. Oh, you're telling me things I don't like to hear. That's fine, but it's true. So, all right, that's it. Please, if you like this video, you want to help out someone you really care and you love about these people, or you just like your fellow man or woman, especially women. Women are whole. You want to talk about a place where women truly are victims. This is it. Get the book Worthless. Give it to a friend, give it to a loved one, give it to a buddy. It's available in paperback, audio, and Kindle. And hell, show them this video or whatever. But it would be ideal if we could wake up the youth. And God, I just hate the left so much. They're like, we care about the young, education. It's like, no, you don't. You just want to capitalize on them. You want another slave class like you got blacks voting for you, and I see how well you've done for them in Detroit and Baltimore and Philadelphia. And now you guys are going to be crippled the same by these soothsayers, people that tell you the truth, sweet little lies. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.